Hi, Scott Lackman, 4510 TV. Another episode today on our Food Lovers series brought to you by Longyard Beef Company and also the Two Old Ducks. With me, we've got Val and Angie from Green Living Australia. Good morning, ladies.
Hi, how you going?
Very good. Now, Green Living Australia, cheese making and preserving. Let's go to you first, Val. You're the cheese maker. Tell the audience all about your cheese.
Well, we decided that we wanted to be able to make our own food at home, everything from scratch, and I'm a cheeseaholic, I admit it. I wanted cheese that had no preservatives, no food colouring, nothing. We have problems with our family with allergies to all the artificial things, so it became extremely important to know exactly what was in our food. And my favourite food's cheese, so that was it. Okay,
and Angie, just we'll hold you for the moment. Val, you're where you produce, and are you on a farm, and are you getting a dairy yourself, or is that coming in for your cheese making?
No, we actually don't have a farm. We buy our milk from the grocery store. One of the big things people don't understand is that you can make beautiful cheese from milk that you can buy in the grocery store. I mean, today we made cheese with the Maloney milk. During the week, if I can't get that milk, I'll get any other brand of milk from the grocery store, and it works perfectly fine. So I used to have a dairy. I had a goat dairy when I was overseas. So everything started off with goat's milk, but now we just buy milk from the grocery store. Okay,
and it's really good for our viewers to know that today that not everything is homegrown, but from ingredients you can bring that into the home and obviously develop foods further. Probably where we go to Ange now. Part of the family, mother-daughter business. You're the scientist of the family. Tell the viewers about that and how that involves cheese making.
Well, I went to Griffith University and did a science degree. I did a Bachelor of Health Science, and I'm now working on my Master's of Public Health, so a big science nerd. My love of food, was definitely nurtured by my mom, who was always making bread at home every morning and beautiful mozzarella cheese she was knocking up for us, and making all these gorgeous homemade foods. A lot of it was homegrown foods, but when we moved into a small suburban block, it was really good to be able to continue doing all these things, and she passed this tradition of loving of food and homemade food down to me. But I was that big science nerd, so I went to uni and I wanted to figure out why did cheese curd up the way it does, and what's the science behind food. And I, as mentioned by my mom, I do have a lot of allergies to preservatives and chemical fillers and thickeners and things. So, I did have this need to try to eat more clean, and I wanted to know why I was the way I was and how many other people were out there that did have food sensitivities. And I guess I studied that, and I'm still studying that. I don't think that is ever going to end for me.
Excellent. Very intriguing. I'm probably interested further, about bringing the two forces together, because the love of food and the love of cheese, put together with the preservative side of things, it's a real scientific combination here and working quite well. We are a local TV channel, so we do embrace family businesses, and it's great to see yourself, mother and daughter, here today. Green Living Australia. Now, Val, part of the food destination here, you're going to be up on stage demonstrating your mozzarella. Tell us a little bit about that before you go up on stage.
Okay, so what we're going to be doing today is we're going to be taking 4 litres of Maloney milk again. I'm going to try a low fat this time because of the people that are concerned about the fat content of cheese. Even though I think cheese is wonderful, not everyone wants to have that much fat maybe. So we're going to give that a go. I'm sure it'll work. Never done it before, but that's the beauty of making your own stuff. You can experiment. And we actually had some pizza bases donated to us by another provider here, so we're going to make it into pizza when we're done. And we picked tomatoes out of the garden this morning, so we're hoping it turns out great.
Excellent. Well, good luck. You're up on stage next, and then we'll come back and talk to Ange a bit further about the business, Green Living Australia. Here we are back, Val and Ange, Green Living Australia, Cheesemaking and Preservatives. Val, how did your demonstration go just now?
Oh, that was fantastic. Look, it worked beautifully with the low-fat milk, a lovely stretchy mozzarella. We actually had it so stretchy that there were two of us, one each end, so that was really good. Haven't done that before.
Need long arms.
Yes, you do. If you're eating a pizza with this mozzarella, you definitely need long arms. So it turned out great. We used the pizza base that was donated to us today. We made a pesto, and then we put the mozzarella, the pesto, and all the tomatoes cut up on it. And if you weren't fast, you were not going to get a piece. So
the audience reaction obviously positive because there was some samples and absolutely gone. So. Obviously a winner.
Oh, yeah. And I'm amazed every time I make mozzarella. It is a miraculous thing to me. I've been doing it for 30 years, and every time I make mozzarella, I go, oh my gosh, it worked. It works every time, but I'm still amazed.
Okay. And let's go to you. Let's talk about Green Living Australia and probably wrap it up for this episode on Food Lovers series. Tell us about the company.
Well, Green Living Australia started here 12 years ago. We came into the country, or I guess returned. Mom returned back to the country with children, and we wanted to make all these preservative-free natural foods at home. And unfortunately, a lot of the enzymes and cultures needed for cheese making weren't available, and a lot of the advice wasn't, I guess, out there. So we just started doing it ourselves and helping other people plod along on this journey. And yeah, it's really good. I think it's such a good thing to be a family-owned Queensland company. I think it's really important to embrace that and support that, and it's good.
Definitely. And a final plug for Green Living Australia. How can people get in touch with you for your products online?
Absolutely. We have a website online. It's www.greenlivingaustralia.com.au, and you'll find us. We also have a phone you can call us and get helpful advice.
Okay. We'll have a further link after this episode, how you can get in touch with Green Living Australia. Cheese and preservatives, thank you very much, ladies, for being on the Food Lovers series, 4510 TV. Well, we hope you enjoyed that episode of Cheese Making and Preserving, brought to you by Angie and Valerie Pearson of Green Living Australia. I hope you're enjoying the series. Coming up, episode 8, as we move along throughout the series, we're going to be talking to a local company, Living Raw Cafe. Currently based in Beer Barn Road at Caboolture, soon to move to a bigger premises in Morayfield, Living Raw Cafe offer you a dairy-free, gluten-free and vegan varieties of food in their cafe. So one not to be missed if you're into gluten-free, dairy-free, or if you are a vegan, vegetarian. Episode 8. Come and watch the video and the interview with Living Raw Cafe, a local business right here in Caboolture as part of the Food Lovers series.